on, Tucker. Hey, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Well, guys, we're back to the tent for another night. As you can see here, not too bad. Probably about 6 to 8 inches of snow on it. Hoping it's going to be easy to come off, and we'll see now shortly. We'll clean her up and we'll get our stove in place. There's a lot of snow on the woods road just getting to here. I drove in. Hopefully it won't drift up too much so I can drive out. It's pretty light snow. As long as we don't get no heavy rains, should be good. Anyway, let's get unpacked. Guys, this Bluetti AC180 has been my answer to my lighting issues this year. This tent is really dark. Throw a tarp over the top is even worse. As you can see, I just got the one light on right now. I do have another string up above, and it makes a world of difference, especially for videoing. Without that AC180, it's practically no shooting in the tent, or very little. Again, shout out to Bluetti for resolving my light issue. Okay. No signs of any activity outside. It's tied up this time. Throws on. I tied it inside and out. Well, looks okay in there. No snow anyway. And we do have to change this time because I got to get the chimney up to the roof, so we're gonna have to change this here. The main reason I put a tarp over it makes it so much easier for the snow to come off, because on the canvas alone, especially if it gets a bit wet, it'll stick on. People have asked why not leave the snow on the top of the tent for insulation. What will happen if you do is when you get inside and get the fire going and get it heated up, the lower layer of the snow will actually melt, and then when she cools off, if it's not off, it's going to freeze onto the tent or onto the tarp or whatever, and you'll get ice build up on the sides, a lot of weight on the top of the tent if that snow gets heavy. Today it's nice and light, and as you can see, I got inside, gave it a little push, and off she came. Next I just pushed this side, some of the other end came off, and the other side. So very easily done. Before I put the tarp on, there's times I went in with a shovel and I was in half an hour, 45 minutes just cleaning the snow off. So, hence the reason for the tarp. Guys, I didn't video what I just did there. But basically, I had to untie the tarp, which is not something I wanted to do, but with this current chimney set up for this time, it was the only way I could access my chimney hole up there. Because this new stove has only got a straight pipe, so I needed access to that pipe, that chimney. So the only way to do that is pull the tarp back. So I'm going to pull that back here and then the other side so it can't come forward on the chimney, obviously. And we got to tie it off back there. When we leave, we'll cover it up again for snow purposes. And I'm going to work on a option to get the chimney back out through here, which is where I really want it. So as you can see, I just sort of had to hand cover it, but I think that should be okay. Now guys, here's another fun event. Arrange this a little bit after, but this is the stove we're going to use this time in the tent. That's why I had to change the chimney around. And if you didn't see my last video where I got this thing and did a burn in, this stove is pretty well equivalent size wise as the other one that was there, but obviously, as you can see, it takes up a lot less space. And here's the part that still scares me. Probably gonna scare me till the end. Getting this chimney, make sure this rose. So we shall see how this goes second time around. Now Tucker, there's a reason I got over this way, so you Tucker, no, stay over there, my buddy. Stay over there. It's gonna take all my patience. It's gonna take all my patience and then some. It's easier for me to get out. Well, this is the hole to have created a memory. See that? And as you can see, memory where it wants to bend this way now. So, yeah, Tucker, careful. Tucker, no, stay there, buddy. Thank you. So let's see if we can get the rings on, stir it. And as we tuck it in, I can't imagine doing this out somewhere where there's a lot of wind. See, one problem I'm having here is I'm not on a level surface there, and it's what I gotta do this on the floor. I got it together. Yeah, my rings is up there. Tucker, buddy. Sorry that you locked out for a while, but we had to get this in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cooperate pretty well. There. Hi guys, I got it all shaped out. Didn't take too long, but again, this is no reflection on the stove because the stove. It's not the stove. It's the way these titanium chimneys are, and like I said, I've seen a lot of people struggle with it. This one, what I got done, I'm not sure if you could see the hangware, and I don't have a lot of room to turn things around on now. Right there, this is the baffle that screws to the top of the stove, and what I found was when I did the burn-in, this here clamp, it's got to be really tight. I would like the pipe to go on the inside. I know, buddy, I know. Wants a little bit of attention there. That'll give you a bit of attention. We'll get the stove going so we get warmed up, okay? Yeah, I can't do that right now, okay? You gotta hold on. What I had to do is you gotta go outside. This is what gives the chimney all the strength, from what I could see. And I guess this is why this clamp, and unless this clamp is tight, creosote that builds up initially inside of the pipe actually runs out. So you got to make sure that this is tight and you got no issues with anything leaking out. So now that you got that done, now you position your rings along the way, and we'll do the same with the smoke arrestor on top. Now Tucky's right there, so I'm not going to be able to move this around right now, but I'll show you what I mean shortly. Okay. So here's your smoke arrestor, which basically goes on top. And you just sort of squeeze your pipe in a little bit so it's smaller, get it in, then let it expand. There's little ridges there, so she can't go beyond that. Now, of course, when this chimney goes up through, I'm not going to be able to reach this, so I'm going to just put some of this wire on it. And no, it's not rabbit wire. It's a stiffer wire. So I can put this up through the chimney. Again, I got to work on something. I may invest in a couple of actual pipes like I had for the other stove. The other stove pipes I was hoping was going to fit this one so I could go through the end. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So what I'll do is, for today, like you saw, I got the tarp taken off, and I'll put these wires on here. I'll access them from outside once I get out there, and we'll tie them off at that point in time. So just put these on the ring here, give it a twist. I got 2 more over there somewhere for the other 2. So basically we'll get this in place now shortly. Now I just put the stove down, and somebody wants some attention. Are you cold? Are you cold? Eh? Because if I get stove going, we'll warm up pretty fast. We will. Yep. We'll warm up pretty fast. You want to go over and get on your bunk? Eh? I even got my jacket on the bunk. My warm liner that goes in my jacket is over in my bunk. Yeah, I know you want some attention. Eh? We'll warm up. We'll warm up when we get yours started on. I don't think you're cold because you're in and out of the door. Carrying away my wood. He likes to steal the wood off the pile. Take it outdoors. Yeah, you do. Huh? You do. Well, we got lots of wood there for tonight anyway. And that stuff split over there should burn good. So, anyway, I'll give him his much needed attention. After a bit, he'll decide he wants to go out, and then I'll get the stove together. Hey, bud. You know, hey, bud, this is a good time. Say thank you to all our subscribers, old and new. Guys, the channel is slowly growing. Maybe this is a good time to announce the giveaway. A little later on in the video, we'll get into the details of the giveaway and what you're going to have to do to qualify, and what the prize is. I announced it back a couple videos ago. It's a little portable butane stove, or actually it's a butane propane stove. You can with an adapter, so you can go from one to the other. And neat little stove. I've enjoyed using mine. I do find when it's really cold, the butane that I got doesn't burn well, but you can buy, I've had a couple of people reach out to me and tell me about the all-season butane. Yes, my buddy, yes, we get some all-season stuff, eh? And so that'll be in there. We'll throw a cap in there. I don't know, a few more goodies. We'll see what we can come up with. And somebody, one of you guys who qualifies, will be able to win that prize. Anyway, more details to follow. What, my buddy? What? Eh? You tired? You tired? You usually have a nap. Usually we got our walk-in by now in the daytime, and then we have a nap. Or you have a nap. I don't have a nap. Because if I have a nap, I'll never sleep at night. I don't sleep as it is. If I have a nap, I'll never sleep. No. You're napping all day long after you walk. Huh? Yeah, okay, buddy. Alright, come on, let me get my stove together, eh? Let me get the stove together now. Okay? He doesn't like the camera, guys. Huh? See? You tell me. I ain't going to resist those eyes, eh? Oh, they're going to resist those eyes. Want some attention. Wants his neck rubbed. Yeah. What do you think, my buddy? We gotta look for a flashlight that we left or last time too. I think he's in the bunk there. Some cuddles, some snuggles, some scratches. Everything else, you be a bump in the nose, a bump in the nose. Doesn't like looking at the camera. What? Hey, oh, I know. Yeah, I know. All right. I'll shut her down and we'll get back to this in a bit. Okay. See if we remember to put the stove back together. Your top. Up and back. Keep this on the sides. Now, $1 million question. How's the stove going to go? This, probably. Whiteness. do for this trip out. Tucker. Let's see. You can get up there. Tucker, he's on the bunk now. He came in as I was putting the stove together, so I had to stop, clear away because the tripod was in his way. So, it's back to the stove. Yeah. Okay. Oop. Make sure those legs are forward out. Good. Put it this way. But in this case, I put glass around the side. This way, I can actually put wood in during the night. And the heat's going to come out through here. Decisions. Okay, guys. Right now, it's an egg 8 outside, and I'm thinking probably the same inside. Stove is set up. I've actually taken it apart from my initial setup I did earlier, and as you see, the pipe goes on up here, and out through. The reason I took it apart, the stove apart, and changed it. Normally, I would have the door facing this way towards my bunk in the nighttime, so I could feed the wood into it without really, I could reach up from the bunk in the old stove. As you see, I got these welding blankets here. And that's what I use so that any wood coming out through the door falls on that. And as you see over here, there's some ashes and burn marks on the welding blankets. The problem is, without taking all that wood out of here, the welding blankets won't come where it would be. Now, it would probably be ideal because the end of the stove would be right there, right by the bunk, and it would be so easy to feed, but the opening of the stove will be on bare wood, and I don't want that tonight. So especially when I'm getting used to the stove chimney, so we got it turned around so it faces this way. So if I gotta put wood in tonight, I gotta get out of bed. Of course, as you see right there, I got some splits in that there. Where this is a new setup for Tucker, that's why I got that wood container right there, so he doesn't try to come through here and hit the stove. This one doesn't have the fold down grates as well. Of course, the purpose of this stove is to be compact, lightweight, easy to carry in that little case, and so you can't have all the amenities that you could in a bigger or heavier stove. So we want to try this one out. I got some plans in place to get a full size chimney, and so I can go it through the same way, and I think then will be even better. I think Soomloom does produce a straight pipe. I haven't found an elbow yet online, so let me get outside there and show you what I got done outside. And I didn't record how I got up there on the roof and rolled that cover over, because I didn't want to put on a show. So I got a guy wire coming there, and this comes over to our post that we got set up for our other chimney. And if we come around here to our slid, and like I said, this is not a lot of tension on this, but it's just enough to hold it from bouncing around. So I got this one here coming down and just tied to the tent air. That's enough there. I did find out the chimney, once it's fastened to the stove with that clamp tight, even when it's on the back bridge when I had no bracing at all, fairly rigid, but there is some give, so you want just a little extra protection in it type thing. So we got that in place. I think I'm going to split up a little bit of wood so I get some smaller wood to get the fire going down a bit. And it's about 2 o'clock. So I don't want to wait too much longer before I get some fire going. I am getting hungry. I haven't had nothing since breakfast this morning, even though it was a little bit of a late breakfast. We'll get geared up here now, and we'll probably go for a little walk down by the ocean again. As you know, I like to go down. I like to see that sunset. I don't know if we'll see a sunset or not. Every now and then the sky is blue, but we'll see. And I think we'll go for a little walk. See, we've seen a rabbit sign. Although it snowed late this morning, so unless there's a lot of sign, probably not going to see anything. If we see any rabbit sign, I do have some snares. I got them put some with me somewhere. Trying to remember where I put them in. Got my license in my pocket. Anyway, we'll find them. And we may put out a few rabbit snares and see if we can catch a rabbit overnight. Anyway, let's get some wood cut up. Tucker was having a nap there. I decided to split a bit of wood. After I got the wood split, I figured I'd walk back through here just to see if I see any rabbit sign, because Tucker's ahead of me. There's only a little bit of sign. We had fresh snow this morning, and any sign that's on the go, you have it trampled down. So I don't see any rabbit sign, but what I do see, I don't know if you can pick them up here, but there's coyote tracks going straight on out through here, not far back from the tent. Definitely a coyote. Nice straight line going on up through there somewhere in the woods. So I know there's coyotes around. Should have brought another trail cam this time and stuck out. Never thought to do that. But anyway, like I say, I know they're around. They're everywhere in the woods, no matter where you go. So they're in town. I've seen tracks. Me and Tucker usually walk every morning, and I've seen fresh tracks only a couple hundred yards from the house on the old railway bed in Gander. So they're around everywhere. They're out in nature doing their thing. So I just gotta keep an eye on Tucky, that's all. Head her back towards the tent now, and I think we'll go down and have a look at the ocean before we light the stove. I'm hoping to get sunset in, but I'll be surprised if we do. Every now and then I see a blue spot at the sky. Here, you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a little walk? Come on. Let's go back here a ways. Curious what he's going to do. Actually, I know what he's going to do. He sees those coyote tracks we were looking at earlier. He is. Seeing him right now. Okay, Tucker, come. Guys, I saying a while back I don't usually use a lot of fire starters, but this is one I usually use, and no, it's not PB and me. I just get some cotton balls and put Vaseline on it, or petroleum jelly, and it usually takes a spark pretty fast. As we see, I got some birch spark in there. I gotta -9 right now outside, and then still only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's going to get cold. No, but that's going to mean more heat in the tent. We'll see. See a little smoke come out of her. She's burning pretty clean. Okay guys, stove has been going about an hour, and as you can see it's getting colder on the outside. It's a -10 now, but it's +7 on the inside, and that's across the tent there. Tucker's over there snoozing, buddy, and stove's going over here, so we better go about an hour now. Hi guys, this is our second attempt go see the sunset. We were there earlier and it was pretty cloudy. It didn't look like we were going to see anything, but it's after clearing off, so we're going to go back down again by the water side and have a look and see if we can't get some sunset in there for you guys. You're not going to see it, guys, but there's a company of ducks out there. See if we can zoom in. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Sure the camera's picking them up. They're all flying at the bay there now. What we really came for is this. What can I say? I'm a sucker for a sunset. My battery is starting to go, so I don't know if I'll actually get the sunset. I may have to take pictures. Yep, you see that? I don't know if it's coming out or not, but I actually got a temperature warning on my phone that she's too cold to charge, so I can't even charge it right now. She died on me on the beach. We went down to the beach. Tucker's over there now. I got a blanket thrown over him. We went down, tried to get the sunset. I don't know if we got it or not. I got one set of lights on. Don't have the other one on yet. Could be brighter here, but we'll make do for now. And yeah, we went down to see if we could get some pictures of the sunset, some video. Not sure what I got, both video camera and cell phone, and the cell phone was up at 40%, and it started to drop off in no time. Like, we were there 15-20 minutes at most, and it was it went from 40% down to it died on me. And right now I just saw that I hope you did when I plugged it in there. By the time we got back to the tent, the stove wasn't gone out, but it was gone down pretty low, just a few coals in it. Right now, you're not going to see this if I show you. It is showing -11 outdoors, +1
inside. So she's still fairly nippy inside the tent here, but I had to take my jacket off. It was too warm for me with a jacket on. But I got the stove stacked up. I might put a little bit too big of wood in there in the beginning, where the coals were getting in pretty low, but she is picking up. So once that gets picked up, I get you warmed up again, we're gonna put some supper on. Tonight we're ordering in pizza. Stay tuned. It's going to take a while for the oven to warm up. I'm still got the heat going there now since I got back, and she's starting to warm up inside. Jacket off now. Still got the overalls on. But it's another Christmas gift. Keeps bringing up Christmas gifts in my videos. Just a little coffee grinder. Get some fresh coffee. I got I think these are McDonald beans, McDonald coffee beans. And just put a few in there. Cover on there. And give them a little grind. Does it tuck? I don't know if I got this stuff right, so. And I got it set. You've seen me use the diffuser before. Guys, this unit's from Firebox. Still got it in the box. Here's a good way to keep it protected. So once you get a grind, just take off your top. And you got your fresh ground coffee here. Just pour that into your diffuser like this. Because I got more than I need, so I'll put this one back in there. And you can set your coarseness with this little knob here just by backing it off, and it's more coarse, shall we say. Now it's fine ground. And if you're using one of these diffusers, the stuff that you buy in the store will work its way through, so you get fairly cloudy coffee. But I don't mind that, mind you. I like my coffee strong. So basically we take this, drop it into the cup, and when the kettle's boiled down, we'll add some water. Right, Tucker? Right? I guess you soon want some supper, do you? Yeah. Soon, bud. Soon. Well, I turned around and water was boiling. So, Tucker, watch out. This is hot, buddy. We'll just pour that in there now. I'll pour it over. It's a big mug, so if you actually pour it over, you'll get all your groats, all your grains coming out over. So here's what you got. You can see it there. Your grains are in there, coffee's down below. So we're gonna let that go over here and steep a little bit. And we'll get Tucker out of the way. Hey, bud, what do you think? Stay there, buddy. Okay. Now, guys, I'm gonna get my supper on to go now. Over here, I've got my little Coleman oven set up on top of the stove, getting that one to heat up. Tucker's trying to dig down through the floor back there to get anything that he might not have gotten on his plate. Guys, anybody ever wonders what I do to clean my hands when I'm out here? Hand sanitizer. Use a fair bit of it at times, especially when I'm going to do what I want to do right now, because I got to handle the food, and I just finished giving Tucky his. So, and that's out there all the time. So, what are we having tonight? Well, we're going to order out pizza. Sort of. So what I got done, Tucker, careful, is this is a side of that store pizza dough. And so it's about frozen dough like this type thing. I haven't used it before, so this is the maiden voyage with it. But what we did was I actually thawed it out overnight last night and spread it, make it a little easier to deal with today, or at least I'm thinking it's going to be easier. And I put it in parchment paper. Tucker, carefully under my table, or not, bud. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Tucker, get back in your air. Here, come here, Tucker. Up here, in the ball. Come on, up in there. Good boy. Don't. Oh, guys. The trials of tribulations. Dealing with a hungry chocolate lab. The fact that he's a lab, he's hungry. So, you just had supper, bud. I'll give you yours first. Alright? So, what I'm going to do is, I just took a bit of butter and I greased the pan. Get our pizza dough out. Onto the parchment paper. Ooh, it's actually stretched a little bit extra there. Okay, get some extra left over. Just form this out here. It is pizza dough, so can't see any reason why we can't fry up a towton, cook up a towton in the morning. Okay. Now, okay. Probably should have opened this and took some out. I don't know if we're going to need this or not, all this. Okay. Pizza sauce. Okay. Now, some pizza. Some peppers for the pizza. Small enough. We got some mushrooms. Spread this out. Definitely too much sauce. Last but not least, get some onion. Moose sausage. Fried them up last night to bring out for tonight for this reason. These are honey garlic. And last but not least, cheese. Okay guys, what do you think? Going to be edible? Oh. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. Not sure how long it's going to take. Right now, the oven is showing about 200 degrees, so it's going to have to get a bit warmer there. There's a lot of heat movement there. There's a lot of wind, cold air on the go tonight. Well guys, there's not a lot to do here tonight, not now. Now it's got dark outside and since it's a -12 outside, So with the wind, she's nippy tonight, and the wind do, as I've said before, this year I do get more wind there, and the tent is higher, is one thing. It's more open. It's close to the water, so the breeze does blow through. Whereas in the previous years, I was sort of in a valley, down low, big trees around me. And even on a cold night, like I remember one night, I think it was minus 15, minus 16, somewhere around there. And the said it was a minus 23 when, or felt like minus 23. I did not feel that minus 23. Maybe felt the minus 12. But I was able to keep the tent warmer. I found same thing with the other stove. This stove is doing about the same thing. She do give off more heat, I think, than the other stove. Through that glass side, as I'm sitting here now, I had to go up through the center of the roof today as opposed to over in the corner, which is a bit of a pain because it's back onto me. We're trying to keep wood in it during the night, so I'm not sure. I may bunk out on the floor and put my ridge rests, and I got some pads there, put that on the floor so that I can be a little bit closer to the stove for filling it up. I did move the cot around, and that didn't work well. There wasn't enough room for Tucker's cot to be beside my cot or down below, and I know what was going to happen. He's going to be up around the stove, which is not a recipe for disaster. So I sort of decided to keep it the way it is. If I do stay over on the cot, then the stove is going to go out. I do have a pile of kindling there on the floor, there behind the stove, and I got some birch bark over in the bag, some small wood there, and of course I got lots of wood there. So if the stove goes out, when I do get out to light it, then I shouldn't be long to get her going. But it's probably going to be a chilly night to let the stove go out, so probably going to stay closer to it. I'll probably stay up a bit late, get up a bit early. It's probably going to go out somewhere along the way, but we'll be okay. I'm sure we will. If you see this video, you know we made it. Tonight, when we were down to the beach earlier, when I get the sunset pictures, at least I hope I got some, and some video on this thing. I guess the wind after water really made the temperature drop, and my cell phone, I thought the battery had died completely, but when I got back to the tent and actually powered it up, it said it was at 22%. It shut down because of the cold, so it was nippy. And this camera here, the battery was at showing 6%, and it said shutting down to protect battery. So I guess I've ran it right down to 0 before, so I guess the cold temperature was enough that the battery shut down with this thing. So anyway, I got a new battery in it, and I do have a 3 batteries, so we're good for another while yet. So you'll get tired of me before it's all over. Get the fire going good there again now. What I'm finding is, I guess the same as the other stove, for that part. The wood burns up. You get the fire going really good. Stove gives off a lot of heat, and then as the stove burns up the wood, sort of goes down. You got a bit of coals, so you're putting in your other wood to keep her going. And most of the wood I had here is bigger wood, and these are little stoves, so the big wood is not really good dry wood. So it takes a while for the heat to get built up again. So the heat builds up again, fire gets going good, and then gradually cools down again. So what I got done, not sure if I'm repeating myself, but I got a pile of wood split there, smaller, and really that's what you need for these stoves. You need a lot of small wood. And you can put a big junk in late at night if you're going to try to get her going all night or for a while, but most you're probably going to get is an hour and a half if you're lucky. But this small wood, I can keep the heat going, keep her filled up. Like every 20 minutes I'm putting wood in now so that she's sort of going good. because my pizza's been in the oven about an hour and a half now, and it's still not cooked. So it's hard to keep the heat in the oven. You can see it right there. The oven is probably a little bit too big for this stove, so it's taking a lot slower than normal. And we are having a cold night. So right now it's still only 1 degree here in the tent inside. So got Tucker over there, keep covering him up, but he keeps rooting it out and lying on top of the blanket. So I guess he's comfortable enough. He got my blanket and my jacket, or a blanket I should say, and my jacket right now, and that's what he's lying on. Seems to be comfortable enough. Come over, I was at this now for a few minutes and wandered around, went back and got on the bunk again. So anyway, we're surviving. Here outside to do a pee. He's going to do the tucky roll before he goes inside. And the tucky scratch under the chin, something. What you doing, bud? Any excuse, do a tucky roll, bud. Right, guys, here's the pizza. So we're gonna sit down now and enjoy that. Right, guys, glass is steamed up. Imagine that. It's doesn't feel that cold in here, but according to the thermometer, well, the stove's over there on one side of me, and the thermometer's on the other side. It's saying it's minus 13 outside right now, and a plus 3.5 inside. But I'm gonna get some of the, I'm gonna get some of this pizza inside of me, and I got a something I don't have a lot when I'm out, but I might have a beer. It's a Bacaloo Light from Bacaloo Breweries, and we're going to enjoy the pizza and a cold beer, and then I'd say me and Tucker will be calling it a night. It's hard to eat. Moose sausage pizza. You saw it here first. Make you swallow your tongue. Oh. I thought I was going to have a beer with my pizza. Problem is my beer froze. It's all gone slushy. So I'm gonna have a beer slush with my pizza. I had it over by the door. I guess it was too cold, too far away from the stove, too close to the door. Well, guys, a little change in plans tonight. I'm going to actually sleep on the floor so I can tend to the stove. And if it was just me, I'd let it go out like I normally does and light her back up in the morning. But I got Tucker there, and my concern is him. I don't want him getting cold. He's I'm sure he's probably able to withstand the temperatures. After all, you do swim in the winter or swim in the ice water, but I just don't feel like having him sleeping when it's really, really cold. And right now, I think it's minus 14 outside, according to the thermometer. It wouldn't take long for this tent to go down to minus 14. Right now, it's about plus 4 here, so it's not hot by any means, but it is comfortable. So I got my bed put on the floor. I got these interlocking mats. I got 3 layers of those, and I got my thermal wrist there, so I don't feel any cold from the floor, and then I'll be good. I'm gonna just layer so I can actually tend to the stove right there, and there's right there. So I can keep that going every hour or so. I'll put a bit of wood in there, and right now I'm going to turn off the lights, and I'm going to, and Tucker's already asleep back there in the bunk, but I'm going to do a bit of reading, and probably every hour or so I'll put some wood in the stove. Chances are I'll need it every hour or so. And if nothing else happens, we'll be talking to you in the morning. Good night. Well, guys, it's 6 a.m. I managed to keep the stove going the whole night. It didn't go out on me. Really surprised. I filled it up at midnight, and I laid down, like I said, I was by the stove, make it easier to fill it up, so I didn't get in and out of the sleeping bag. I didn't even get in the sleeping bag. I just covered up onto the mattress there, and I was quite warm. And the only thing I found during the night, my feet get a little bit cold, but not too bad. I went to sleep, and I woke, and the stove was still going, and I said, well, maybe I need a bit of wood, so I just checked the time, and it was 2:06, which meant the stove was going about 2 hours, and it was still going. I was surprised it hadn't burned out on me in that length of time. Now, I did have the damper closed on the chimney and then the front door after it got going good. So I opened up the dampers, put more wood in, and waited till it got going good. Then I closed up the dampers again, lid back down, and the next time I woke, it was somewhere around 3:45. So I got about an hour and 45 minutes, and it was still going good. So I've repeated that process roughly every hour and a half throughout the night. So I got a decent night's sleep, I think. I don't know if you can see, because it is dark here now. Even though I got the light on the bulb, it's still a bit on the dim side. I got a stocking cap on down over the face type thing. The best thing I find is that it doesn't come off my head during the night, and that's the key. Keep your head warm. Also had my mittens on throughout the night so that keep the hands warm. And like I said, the feet get a little bit cold, but nothing serious. Got the kettle on now. We're going to get a cup of tea now shortly and get some breakfast on the go. Tucker's having breakfast. I got the power situation straightened away, but that light not getting off any power, any light, I should say. It's minus 13.2 outside, and it's 3.1 inside. Remember last night I had a couple of some pizza crust left over. So what I got there is a couple little pieces of pizza crust. Made a couple of toutons just to fry out. Oh guys, that should cure my hunger pains this morning. Tucker had his breakfast already. Hey bud. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Bet the crows that they would love to have this plate of this morning. Oh, guys, coffee was so good this morning. Just poured myself up a second cup. I announced earlier in the video that this was going to be the giveaway video. So here's how you're going to be able to qualify to win the prize. And I'm going out using one that I saw Charlie White use. And if you haven't seen Charlie's channel, Newfoundland Ghostwolf, go check it out. I'll put a link down below. All you're going to have to do is make a comment on this video and use the word video or videos. Simply somewhere in a sentence such that it doesn't give away that it is a giveaway. Because I want this one to go to my loyal subscribers, the people that watch the channel, watch the videos, give me the time, the watch hours. All means a lot. I want one of you guys to be able to have that little stove, Tucker Night cat, maybe some stickers, and I'll see what else I can come up with, and get in one of those postage boxes that I can send out for a flat rate. It all means a lot, guys. I really appreciate you guys that follow the video, watch the video, and make the comments. You all know what the comments mean for me. They're the fuel that keeps me going, basically. Every now and then I sort of have a day where I said, yeah, enough of this. I can go out and enjoy my day. I don't have to make a video. But it's not that I feel obligated. I just feel privileged to be able to do it for you guys. And some of you guys, your comments really hit to the heart. You really make my day. Some comments really make my day. So knowing that I can bring a little bit of happiness in one person makes it all worthwhile. So I'm going to finish my coffee here now. I thought Tucker was going to get up, say hello to you guys, but he's lazy. He had some breakfast, and he had some of my breakfast, and he's out for the count again right now. So anyway, I just got a low battery alarm on the camera. I'll stop talking for now. Until next time, we'll be talking.